You, and they are tracking your every move, but what exactly do they know? We took a tour of DC with 2 Android phones, one of them in airplane mode, and both not connected to Wi-Fi, to find out what kind of data Google collects. Take a look at what we found.
Sim's convenience store just outside our Fox bureau for a quick coffee. From there, we took a walk to the Capitol and took a quick walk around the Senate office buildings, and then decided to hop in a car and head around town.
Hello.
To run our test, we had to do more than walk the block, so we took a tour around our nation's capital. First, due north to the Children's National Medical Center Hospital, then west to St. Albans School and the National Cathedral. Our tour around town was a 14-mile journey that lasted more than an hour. The entire time, the phones had no access to the internet.
Oh my goodness.
Not a Wi-Fi connection and not any cellular data service. It almost seemed quaint to assume that Google wouldn't even be able to collect data on me. Google's business model is simple: collect data on its users and then use that data to sell targeted ads. It's a business model called surveillance capitalism. But does that critical data collection work even when your phones aren't connected?
So we're back here at our Fox bureau in DC, and we've got both of our phones exactly how we left with them. They have stayed in my pocket for the entire day. So let's find out what they know. This is our man-in-the-middle device. It's basically a Wi-Fi network that these phones are going to connect to once we turn their Wi-Fi on. We're actually going to get a copy of the same data that Google's going to get. We'll be able to decrypt it and then find out where we've been throughout the day.
Within minutes, the numbers rolled in. The phone that wasn't on airplane mode registered more than 100 locations, 130 activities, and even 152 barometric readings. As soon as it hooked up to our Wi-Fi, it transmitted 300 kilobytes of data straight to Google. The phone even logged our exact locations, tracking us all around town: the Capitol, the hospital, the school, and the cathedral.
Now you may notice what's missing here is the exact route that we took, but it got that data too. It knows when I got out of the car.
The metadata has a time log down to the very second, tracking everything: when they think that you're walking, riding, and yes, even getting out of the car.
Okay, so you're thinking, this isn't a big deal. I'll just put my phone in airplane mode. Yeah, we thought of that too. This is the other phone that we had with us that no SIM card also remained in airplane mode the entire time. Let's see what kind of data it captured.
The phone with airplane mode activated actually logged more locations and activities than the other phone, and it also transferred hundreds of kilobytes of data to Google as soon as it was activated.
The only thing that's missing from this map is our stop at the Children's Hospital, but it still knows we were there. There it is. Exiting vehicle, 100% accuracy.
Through complicated user agreements and free software, Google gets users to sign away their privacy for nothing. They're even following you in the places that most people would expect total privacy: government buildings, a children's hospital, a private school, a church. Every move you make, every step you take, Google is watching you.
This is E.T. Prepper. I want to show you something very, very important in today's world. Are you excited about contact tracing? Do you want to be one of those that are traced because somebody you came in contact with might have had the virus? Well, that comes because of our cell phones. We are constantly being monitored or recorded with even audio, but the GPS is working all the time. And then now they're sneaking apps on your phones.
You can see clearly that device activity spikes during the 2-week stretch of early to mid-March corresponding with spring break. No surprise. Now, using an analysis called a spider query, we can actually track movement of these devices over the remaining weeks of March, seeing where these devices went after spring breakers left the beach. As we zoom further and further out, it becomes clear just how massive the potential impact just one single beach gathering can have in spreading this virus across our nation.
Also, the other day, my son and I were driving, and I'm like, how on earth do they get this traffic like instantaneously? He's like, oh, Dad, they just monitor your phones. So how do you think? It's like, oh my gosh, you're right. So they monitor your phones, And then when all the phones stop, then there's a traffic jam. And then they know where the traffic jam lets up and all that. It's a wonderful thing, but I'll tell you what, I don't want to be part of that. And so as a result of that, I don't want to be a part of it. Contact tracing. So the cool thing is there's a company out there that makes this totally stealth. This is my cell phone, and I'm going to show it to you in a little bit. A couple of things I'm going to show you. Well, first, this is the pouch. It's made by EDEC. They make the same pouch for police. When the police get a bad guy's phone, they put it in a pouch like this. Why? Because you know how phones can be wiped remotely? Well, that's what'll happen here. Well, not with this device. This is pretty cool. This is the first one I've opened, and it's heat sealed 100%. And then it's got a magnetic closure and then also Velcro. So it's like doubly closed. And I have an acoustimeter, very sensitive device. The phone is in the pouch right now. I'm recording this. The EMF tester, the acoustimeter, very sensitive. But the other phone is doing nothing. Now watch what happens when I take it out of the pouch. So now, do you want to be one of those people that are constantly being monitored with your phone? Or do you want to be one of those people that like your privacy, and so you put your phone in here and now you're private? Nobody's eavesdropping or monitoring you. The only downside with this is you do not receive any calls or any texts or any emails, nothing with this. Your phone is basically non-existent until you take it out of this EDEC bag. Military uses this and police uses this. This is a fantastic product. This is 40 bucks for this. And if your privacy is worth $40, then I would suggest to get one. And check out the link below, and that'll take you to their website, and you can. And they've also got ones for laptops, and they've got ones for notebooks and iPads and all that sort of stuff. So, folks, this is a very, very well made product, and I'm proud to take a look at it. And now I'm going to enjoy my privacy. Thanks for watching.